Welcome back to That Now Woodworking. I'm Larry Schumer. Today we're going to talk about lower wheel bearings on a bandsaw. This is a Grizzly G0555 L, A, and V, the anniversary series. It's a very popular saw. A lot of guys have these in their YouTube videos. So the problem is I'm going to insert a video right here. Watch this. Okay, that clicking noise is apparently the lower wheel's bearing making noise. And so I was all ready to buy new bearings. I came out here this morning to get ready for this shoot, and I was messing around trying to duplicate the noise, and I discovered that it wasn't the bearing. Let me show you. Instead, the problem turned out that this bolt was loose. Very simple. It's a left-hand thread. I got out a ratchet, tightened it up, and that took care of my noise. And it runs great. So I was going to cancel making this video, then decided, well, maybe somebody else has a similar problem, they can learn from this. So the point is, if you think your lower wheel, bandsaw wheel is making noise, see if it's tight. It's a very simple fix. Because I was going to rant and rave about Grizzly and their 1-year warranty. This bandsaw is 3 years old. And I was really pissed that within 3 years that the bearings are shot on the lower wheel. But I can't be upset about that. However, my power switch did break. It just stopped functioning. And so what I did instead is this. So instead of buying a new switch, I put in a simple household power switch, just an on-off switch. And it turns out that it's much easier to use this to turn the bandsaw off and on than it is using the factory switch. It's just very simple. The downside of the switch, of course, is if the bandsaw is on and the power goes out, with the factory switch, it automatically unsets the switch because it's a magnetic switch. So when the power comes back on, the bandsaw will not turn on. Well, if I'm using the bandsaw and the power goes off, I'm just going to turn the switch off and not worry about it. So it's not a major deal here. So something else I did, let's take a look at the switch again. So while I was working in there, I put in, it's kind of hard to see, I have it tied up, but I put in a short female receptacle cord tied into the power so I can plug my LED light, which you see here, plugs right in, and it's on all the time, or there's power feeding it all the time. It has nothing to do with the bandsaw being off and on. So that's a real convenience. Okay, so I was going to talk about the warranty. So the Grizzly has a 1-year warranty. I knew this when I bought it. Nothing I could do about that. But just for comparison, the group of companies that include Jet, Powermatic, Wilton, and Edwards, those all have 5-year warranties. Raycon has a 5-year warranty. Now Laguna has a 1-year warranty. So I want to know what Grizzly and Laguna know that we don't know. Why are they only given 1-year warranties when these other companies stand behind their products for 5 years? Next time I buy a major piece of equipment, that's something I'm going to consider. So I want to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel. I want to remind you that there's a notification manager somewhere. If you're not getting notified when new videos are put out by any of the channels that you subscribe to, you need to go into your notification manager and make sure that all your subscriptions are set to be notified. I know that's an issue some people have, they're not getting notified. I want to also remind you that I don't do videos on a schedule. I do it when I think I have something to share, so there could be long periods of time between my videos, especially in the winter here in Utah. But I do have a couple videos that I have in mind, and I'm going to tell you about them now. One is I'm doing a long-term test of Bloxygen and the Flocket adhesive. When you use Flocket adhesive, when I get down to like a quarter can, it dries up and I can't use it anymore. So I knew about this Bloxygen, which is, I think it's argon gas in a can. And you spray it in before you close the can, and it preserves whatever's in the can. Paints or varnishes or finishes and things. So I'm doing a long-term test. I have 2 cans, and I use them both at the same time when I'm flocking something. One I just close, one I close with the Bloxygen, and over a period of time we'll see what happens. So that's an ongoing long-term video. The other is kind of a hybrid bandsaw box and hinge top box that I think I made up myself. I haven't seen any others. So I'm going to do a video shortly on how to do that. So that's my video for today. If you have any comments about the whole bearing thing, please leave them down below. We can start a dialogue about this. I'd love to do that. And I'd like to hear what other people have experienced with their bearings and their bandsaws. So leave a comment if you're so inclined, and thank you for watching.